They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Sixth day of Super Week is about to come to an end, but not without a very, very large purple explosion. It's going to be Toronto Ultra going up against LAG, the Los Angeles Guerrillas. Self and Chance ready to get into this one. It's going to be a very fun series, Chance. So everyone's pick'ems are in place, and if they're not, head over to the website and get involved as well. Mate, are you ready for this one? I think I am. I'm about 90% ready.
I'm very excited, man. This is one of those series where like Guerrillas can go from 6th place and potentially jump up to like top 3. Of course, if a few other things happen, matches tomorrow are going to be a factor, but like there is some like late game heroic potential coming in from the Guerrillas, man, to get this win. Of course, though, they have to get the win. They have to put Toronto down, and as we know, Toronto, they've been looking pretty scary.
Toronto looking pretty scary. Now it's time to meet everyone's favorite Canadian esports team, the Toronto Ultra.
Yeah. Try to get mad, everybody wanna keep up, don't you know I move too fast, I'ma zip right past, drip all on my swag, why you tryna size me up, you don't wanna try your luck, hot as a stove, what did you know, burn like coal, yeah you know I go, way too hot, yeah I really too cold, I'ma keep going till I hit my goals, better get back when I'm in my zone, do it for the ones that I know back home, did it myself, they ain't put me on, don't you call back if you hear that tone, another level.
Ultra looking to rebound after a very tight loss to the Paris Legion earlier in this super duper week. Bans, Cammy, Kleenex, and Methods. We've seen some beautiful stuff coming out of the squad. A very, very dark horse, I must admit, here in the competition. Can they start to shake off that moniker and become an outright top team? Chance, we'll find out soon.
Absolutely, and of course for this team, really, I mean the theme for them is they just need to close out some games, right? You take a couple hard points they've had just throughout Super Week and have them just win the games when they're up by 90 points. Their record looks a lot different, but either way, when they're on point, they are ferocious, and some of these players look unstoppable at times.
Unstoppable at times. Well, these unstoppable players are about to meet their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, the other purple team in the league that isn't Røkkr. It's time to meet the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
Getting it done. Now I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the LAG. Silly finds the first. Lovely teamwork. My God.
Dealt with the pressure inside the hill and the double nade from aBeZy.
Salt lines him up, finds himself too.
Vivid just has the one to win against Octane.
And Vivid has got his number. Beautiful round. Fantastic execution from the LA Guerrillas. Oh yeah.
Los Angeles Guerrillas, the last time we saw them, it was a nail-biting series against OpTic. That was super close, like very surprising in the hardpoint results. Can they continue the momentum? They've had plenty of time to do homework and get some practice in for aBeZy, Assault, Silly, and Vivid. A team that is on the up and up. A difficult opponent here in Toronto Ultra. Another squad looking to, claim the Dark Horse title and then just shoot straight on up into that, well, look, we're a top squad and you should absolutely be considering us going into this major.
I mean, we're certainly at the point now where every single team that's involved is always going to be a tough matchup, no matter who's playing. All these teams we have so far have just been elite. And to kick things off with Crossroads should be a good time. Guerrillas are happy to play on this map, and this is one of those things for a team like Guerrillas. As long as they get their pacing right, and as long as they make sure that they stay patient and don't do anything crazy, when they get in the right spots, they just start to cruise right along. The last time we saw these guys play on Crossroads, it was a close game until Silly just goes on like a 9 spree and just blows the game out of the water. So look out, men. This is a team for the Guerrillas. When they have their moments, they ride pretty high. Of course, though, for the Ultra, they need to make sure that they stay on point as well, because they need to make sure these hard points don't slip out of their fingers.
Yeah, and you think about Ultra as well, like they've had so many close losses. Like the entire series against Paris was so tight, and to lose it in the final few moments. Like, you can't forget that there is CDL points at stake here. There is seeding points for the upcoming major as well, and like a loss can really hurt your overall campaign when it comes to playoffs. While the lobby has died, we will be diving over now to our game fuel keys. We'll look at the Toronto Ultra first chance. Mate, what have Ultra really got to do to keep themselves alive in this series?
I think the most important thing is someone just got to be that vocal leader. And if there's someone on the team that's trying to be that guy in these moments, it's not going well enough across the board. Because again, if you're up by 90 and you just lose 3 hard points back to back to back, that is just a situation at the pro level should never happen. And we hear in the comms all the time, there's someone on the team for whoever you look at in the league that's like, all right, calm down, like listen up. Here's what we need to do, set up for new, play our game, whatever the call-outs are gonna be. You hear those in the Astro listen-ins all the time. Toronto need to make sure that they find someone that can get that job done. Just to hit that hard reset when things start to spiral out of control and say, look, chalk up the last 30 seconds, whatever gonna be. We need to make sure we turn things around. Someone's gotta be that guy.
Yeah, we saw the faces of the Ultra players after the Paris loss, and it was personal. You can see they really took it hard. For the Los Angeles Guerrillas chance, what are their game fuel keys to victory?
Well, the most important thing, I think, is making sure you have nice and structured gameplay. And what that means is no throwing away lives, no solo plays if you don't have to make them, to make sure that every single life where you die, someone is there to trade the kill. That is what teamwork looks like. No solo playing, and just buying your teammates time and being patient. Like, Vivid right now, the fastest player in the league. I think he might even have that crown over Dylan. But it's a situation where, like, the veteran player, like, he goes in, gets that first kill, and then just buys time for his teammates to come help him out. Vivid is very much, if I get that first kill, I'm looking for the second and the third and the fourth. And if you can get them, great. Making sure that if you got the teamwork on point, you're gonna have so much more success. I'd say so far for the Guerrillas, quite a few of the map losses that they have, they just give a setup away or get a little bit of patient or challenge something where they shouldn't. They are so close to having like that, just like well-oiled machine kind of gameplay, but they're not quite there yet.
Here's how Guerrillas have got us to this point of the stage. This is the final match they will be playing before they get to the major next week. It's been very much up and down, tight series against Legion, which of course came out as a win, but the 3-0 to FaZe there, 3-1 to the Mutineers and OpTic, those were stingers, but at the same time, very formidable opponents, very tough in the respawn, solid in the search. It was a good looking series overall. You can't take anything bad away from it, but for the Ultra as well on the other side of the board, this is where things get a little bit stingy. They do manage to come away with an incredible victory over Florida. That was the big turnaround. And then after that, 3-1, 3-1 to FaZe and OpTic. Those aren't great. The Legion loss at 3-2 definitely holds a serious wound now in the pride and in the stats there of Toronto Ultra. They have got an opportunity to try to right that wrong as best as possible here against LAG. Will they get it done though? That will be the question. Again, going into this major, very, very important as we take a quick look at the standings, as both of these teams sat at 1 and 3. The victor will certainly climb atop the ranks there and move on towards that Paris Legion spot smack bang in the middle of the table. But that's that. The Group B standings and charts. I can't believe the major's only next week. Like, what is this? It's almost March soon.
It's so crazy. It really is. Like, having that like random week off just kind of throws a wrench into things, because think about for how many of these teams, right? You have your Ravens who need to work on their search and destroy on top of everything. You have teams in this even, like it's LAG with an 0-4 record in control. By the time the weekend ends, you got 3 days before the actual tournament starts to try to make all these adjustments. So it is rapid fire, which even these matches, they're gonna be making these preparations and adjustments on the fly. Not an easy situation for the teams that are a little bit behind to be in. Got their work cut out for us.
And I mean, it's amazing to think if the Texas snowstorm didn't hit the players and everyone in the country, in the nation so bad, or in the state rather, imagine what would have happened if you have 2 separate weeks. Play to practice to improve, how different the standings could look right now. But instead, we've kind of crammed the night before, and you know what? It's made for a fantastic and exciting week of Call of Duty, so I'm not really bothered. Let's get into the first map chance. We've got LAG, Toronto Ultra. We're going to Crossroads. And we will be playing on the old patch, because that's the way we like to do things here in the Call of Duty League for competitive integrity purposes. So what we will be doing, sticking to the old patch, B4 is going to be where it used to be, left-hand side of the screen right now. It will not be the little box down by the icy bit. Let's get into it.
I'm glad we cleared that up too. There was a moment when I saw crossarts for the first time. I was like, wait a minute, is it changed yet? But no, you're absolutely correct. Old standard, which means for the Guerrillas, well, outside of maybe getting stuck with grenades, they have played on this map quite a few times, but Toronto with those early kills, and we'll try to turn that into as much hill time as possible. Assault's contesting, but with the Crimsix, not necessarily the spot he wants to be in, but he's got the cover from Vivid, actually from down low at ice. Ooh. You talk about the teamwork coming through, able to take over that P1, and the Crimsix on point, with two different players win that break.
Man. An interesting and exciting start to this one. We'll see if the pace can continue as LAG looking quite solid off the rip. And again, two teams in the same shades of purple. LAG will be the purple icons on the minimap. Toronto Ultra will be the white ones. Vivid now, straight in on point. It's going to get traded out immediately. But again, back and forth. As Chance, you said, one of the keys to victory for LAG is certainly to make every kill tradable. By that, you mean if you go in and get a kill and die, your boys are there to pick up the pieces. Vance on the rotate round over to the second hard point now. It's going to split wide open. And at this point, Ultra with a decent amount of control. See how long they can hold this one. There's Vance. He's on an 8-1 spree right now. That's the 6th in a row. Looking to get streaks.
Looking to get streaks, and again, you talk about the tradable kills. Well, everything right now is staggered. Now you got Vivid again, just a man who has an electric pace. He's trying to make the hero play, and well, doing a good job. He's being annoying down low, at least to strip away some time, and he's bought his teammates time to get to the hill. And for Vance, well, you just need to make the best of a bad situation. There's the artillery. One more kill, and he's able to get the cruise as well. He's just hunting down the last kill, able to get it nice and through. Job well done by Vance. Final 20 seconds left on this hill. Should be good to take the lead as well.
It's fully loaded, if not for an aBeZy from the top rope there. He may have got a few more. Assault in mid. We'll watch these players. They cross over towards the next hard point to the left-hand side. Cleanex, nice timing. Cleans him up. aBeZy on the immediate trades. Good job. Game fuel keys. Keep him noted. Over towards fire hard point we go as aBeZy keeps the pressure up top. Silly watching over cliff side of the map. It's going to become very, very important after we start playing on the new patch. There's Assault locking down the outside. Vance will be up next. Health regens, charge comes through. Methods watching the players through middle. Nice looking hold here now from LAG. If Methods and Co can make their way forward, it's not going to work out. Great shots, good trades. Guerrillas are holding the point magnificently.
Nice setup as well. You got players like constantly peeking out towards the catwalk. That's what aBeZy keeps doing. Gets these shots on the players as they're coming on the cross, and more importantly, not trying to give up the spawns. Vivid with a massive one-on-one. A little bit of turn and burn action there from him, but you see the big door side of things is what's going to be open. Vivid, well, he's trying to lock it down, and he wins one gunfight on the outside. His teammates win the rest, and well, the trade, it might take the third person for it to come through, but the teamwork on point from the Guerrillas, and I like the setup from aBeZy, nice and aggressive. Of course, though, the reads from Toronto, completely on point.
Yeah, that may be impressive to us laymen, but to the professional Call of Duty world, they're like, nah, that's where they like to sit. Vivid now on your screen. Over towards the good old P4 point. We see it on the far left side of the screen. Here comes the cruise, finds the first. Gonna be on a silly. Again, shame about that one. It would have been nice to see a couple more kills out of that cruise missile, but hey, we'll make the most of it. Vance, line him up, finds himself two. Technically, Vivid gets the first, but either way, that's going to be a nice bit of time going away of Toronto Ultra. Again, this hard point, very difficult to break. And this will be one of the last times we see it for a long time. Maybe tomorrow, who knows? But for now, Methods just trying to lock this one down, keep a hold of it. Cammy's still got the back lock, so the spawns are going to be sweet for Toronto Ultra right now. No problems there, but aBeZy, whoa, boy, he finds a few at the front. As does Assault. Assault gets a couple, gets on point. Kills going to be still coming through, and the spawn's still the back left of the map there, Chance. But, man, Guerrillas are throwing bodies at this play.
Throwing bodies, and honestly, great work, right? You can see how difficult it is to break the hill, but what it takes from Toronto to break it in the first place is using at least one of those streaks, so maybe you got the cruise missile down. I still believe the artillery to worry about, but a little bit of damage control, not too shabby, coming in from the Ultra and Vance. Maybe making this investment now on P1. Now the question is, if you get enough of these kills, can you try to flip these spawns as well? It's one with his gun, one with the artillery. Maybe just some map control coming through as Vance, well, you see he's going on the flank, loses the one-on-one to aBeZy. Looks like Guerrilla's doing a nice job of making sure you stay stable, even get that time. They're starting to run this score up just a little bit. Nice stretch of moments for him.
Yeah, stable is a good way of putting it, Chance. LAG still keeping this all together. Kills looking fantastic for almost everyone in the squad. Silly putting a lot of work there on the damage, but 8 and 12 overall. Over on the Ultra side of things, I mean, they are slaying their way forward in a big way. 18 and 10 for Vance. as the kills still keep coming. Phoenix with hardpoint control for now. Nice shots onto the very top of Assault there. With that bridge control, he's going to make his way forward. There's players all around him, actually. If he times this right, no need. Methods with a big win. Assault up next once again. The AK-74U of the Great Dane just keeps on clearing him up. Powerful stuff. Now, let's go for a very quick Astra Gaming listen with Toronto Ultra.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing top.
They're barrel door on me.
I'm right on you. I'm helping you right.
Three.
One shot. One.
Deep right as well.
Low left.
Deep right as well.
Nice.
Last one deep right.
Yeah, deep right assault. I don't see him. I'll get time.
I'll get him.
Just put me one shot. Nice. I'll get shot. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm watching top at the moment.
I'm 1 of 3. Two top.
I've just punched around.
Barrel.
Nice shot.
Top.
Assault. One shot. Jump in.
Spawn out, guys.
One more. Vivid on that. So good. Let's push out. We can still push out.
Love Rastas, yeah.
Do you want me to block? I can block.
Right's open right now.
Top
aBeZy right now.
Weak in time. They might.
Full top aBeZy.
Don't time then. Dude. Nice. Shit.
Nice. I'm getting right.
Below right.
Oh my god. Yeah, right.
Nice. For one, who is that?
More right. Oh, we need to play for him.
Weak.
Pretty good at the back.
I spawned here.
He's still there, challenging up outside.
Weak.
Ran back.
I'll kill him. Good shit. One's close to me. One's close. Hit my top man. Yeah, I'm coming top time.
I'm waiting for you, bro. I'm sliding. Back on me. Dead. I'm 1 shot.
Nice. They got a trophy
Hold your top
medallion.
here.
Assault time really weak. Absolute assault time.
Dead. Back.
Nice.
Back door. Close back door.
And big, and time. 2
Big door now.
So he's time as well.
Yeah, silly on time. 2 on time. 2 on time.
Right,
Just
talk
someone go
about
big door if you want.
it.
Yeah, I'm going big door.
Team across.
I need a mid door here.
He's on the tank.
I got him.
That's Cellium time. One more in time.
Dead people.
Oh, chance, a bit of desperation at the times, but I mean, Toronto, all things considered, trying to keep this together, but Guerrillas are looking very strong.
Absolutely. I mean, I think one of the biggest moments right there is Silly. Well, he's not able to flank around and get the back spawns, but he does distract pretty much everyone on Toronto long enough that his team is able to get that hill control. Unfortunately, though, you saw the retake coming in from Cammy as he picks up 2. They're able to stabilize on P3, and maybe a clip jump up again. Silly's trying to go for it. He's over towards the sandbags. Not sure if he's quite committed to get up top yet, but he's the one. If he gets the timing right, he can make the play. Unfortunately for him, he just gets red. Have to imagine Methods heard that jump up. This is a big moment for the Ultra. Down by 20 coming into this hill. Frankly, I mean, they might be set up perfectly for the full 60. This is the exact setup that they want. Cammy watching the cross, Bant's hanging out inside the hill, watching the back doors, and a man on barrels. Toronto looking good to go.
It won't be a full 60 anymore, but it'll be damn close. And there we go. Cleanix is going to be on the point. Shots there, takes care of small doors, players to his left. Trophy systems certainly doing a lot of work. You can hear them ringing out and beeping away. Very helpful. Cleanix now making his way forward. 3 kills in a row, looking to find the 4th. Here comes it. Cammy steals it. There's the 4th. No, Silly gets him as well. Unfortunate string of events there. And now the spawns from behind will retain the final 15 seconds for LAG. That will keep them within fighting distance of this lead. They're actually not going to take it. They're going to go try and push for next. Silly finds himself a nice 2 there. Trying to make sure that mid-map is safe. Assault on the flank, not able to be had. Cleanix, fantastic awareness.
And somewhat of an interesting decision from Toronto. They effectively give up those back spawns. It costs them maybe an extra 10, 15 seconds that they would have gotten, but while they don't get the final bit of scrap, they do potentially get spawns long term. Of course, though, if they get broken, might be the dagger. aBeZy hanging out on P1. Those are 2 nice and clean kills coming in for him. Of course, though, you're just hanging out inside of P1. No flips coming through. And Vivid, well, that's what he's got his eyes on the prize. You can see, though, they're trying to hunt him down. Method's able to get that kill. But even still, Guerrillas hanging out inside the time. This time it's Silly with the 2, and he's worked his way towards the back.
Ooh, keeps it going. We've got the back locked down. Assault just like making his way forward. These cheeky little pokes. Now in and out he goes. Right time, right place to find the Cammy kill as well. So this is a nice bit of fluid gameplay now from LAG. Still have control towards next. 10 seconds going to be up. They've got 2 players on top of it right now. Assault's going to look to keep this play going. There's kill number 3 in a row. Here comes the 4th. Oh boy. I thought he may have found even more there. Stars did not quite align. As aBeZy. We'll look towards the middle of the map. It looks like one player managed to get through. Cleanix, once again, so dangerous up close, but Vivid with a shot punch. Cleans out point. Now a bit of time to breathe for LAG.
Time to breathe, and well, hill time going to Vivid. Just gets fried by Cammy, who kills just insanely quick.
That's a tradable
Top
kill,
off his
right?
control. Well, Silly just got the worst timing possible going to throw the trophy, and unfortunate for him. And now the Swarm actually potentially coming on the hill. You got 2 players out there. The hill's actually been cleared. All these fights happening towards the back, and Toronto eventually able to break through. And you got a nice little 3 feed coming through. The final challenge on Silly, and I don't know if you want to flood through Cliff. Vivid maybe taking the holy grail shot at it. This is honestly just a fair bit of time being burned off the clock. Very close game right now between these two teams. Going to be very close to tied up these next two hills.
Crossroads is either a 100% blowout, or it can be very, very tight. And thankfully, all the submachine gun players of either side of the teams are swinging for the fences. Cleanx now going to back up Cammy in the push towards top ammo. They managed to cross over. Vivid goes down. Lovely bit of two-man work now. Silly's going to be up next. Cleanx and Bance now still finding those kills. The kill feed looking very much Toronto Ultras for the time being. aBeZy and Assault. Double A push from the outside of the map. Electrifying only for a brief moment. As Bance holding that big door position. Does have reinforcements now to sharp, but it's going to be one clean push is what the Guerrillas want. A kill from Silly is going to get things started. That opens up the top side of the map. Oh, Vivid finds the top as well. Here comes the pinch. Bance, he gets cut to pieces immediately. LAG, all corners covered. They're going to get the break there. And Chance, look at the score. It's going to be so tight once again.
Look at the score, but look at the spawns as well. Methods is trying to hold the back as best as he can, but he gives up the back for just too long. aBeZy hunts him down, and well, Bance is trying to be the return man. He's able to pick up one. All this pressure over towards Røkkr. Silly now, the lone man for Guerrillas. He's got two to deal with in Toronto. Clean and easy. Efficient work. It is a near tied game, but they have the spawns for P4. And frankly, we've seen him hold it very well before. You got Cammy pushing up. This is the opening. 2 down. For Guerrillas, well, they don't have bodies stacked. They're trying to take their time for this push.
And Toronto doesn't look like they have a trophy on point either. So yeah, Cleanx is taking all sorts of ordnance right now, but he's still managing to hold the line. Bance has actually had to come and support from the rear. The push from the front's starting to work out now from aBeZy. Crossfire comes through, finally brings him down, and it's Silly at long range, just trying to find the pick. And here it goes. Here comes the push now. aBeZy on the pinch. That's going to be Cleanx. That's going to be some hard point time, and just in the nick of time, because that could have potentially been the win.
Be the win. I mean, still potentially it could be the win. I mean, if you make a last-ditch effort play, still a little bit of time on the clock, but less and less likely, and there's the clearance you need. It is all going to come down to P1. You have Guerrillas not able to win it here, and right now Toronto, well, they got 2 players over towards the tank. Someone's trying to work themselves towards ice, but Vivid, he's found himself in the back. If he's patient and times these kills as soon as this hill pops, Guerrillas might be in a phenomenal spot, but Cammy and Cleanx get the first 2.
Oh, Methods does manage to land the trade. 10 seconds now for the win for Ultra. They've pretty much got this locked down. It's going to be an aBeZy to make a play from the back. Who's going to be from the front? It's going to be Assault, but you have to make the pinch work out now. Clock is ticking. 1 more second. Is anyone there? No! Ultra, hold the line and take map 1.
Take map 1 and get that ball rolling. You talk about needing to close out some hard points and making the big plays and not let it slip away. Somewhat of a chaotic map at times as P4 honestly got broken by both teams back and forth. Really, I think this was just the anti-stable game. I think if anything, P3 might have been the money hill on the map. That and P1 for both teams, but wild game. Vance may be able to add a feather to the cap. We're only at maybe 3 or 4 40 bombs this year, but he's able to put up some big numbers on board to help his team secure that win.
Yeah, we'll have a look at the stats at the moment to confirm that one. Yes, that could well and truly be a 40 bomb there from Benjamin Bance. Getting jobs done. Guerrillas though, man, tight as you like. I mean, there was some fantastic plays all round, good work, you know, either side of rotations, heads up plays, individual form looking great overall, but Toronto just winning out in those crucial moments, you know, it's those major moments when it really matters. And there it is, Bance with the clean 4-0. That's a drink, there we go. Guerrillas, a little bit to be desired there in the slaying department. Still 30s either side for Silly and aBeZy. Oh, now I've got my glasses on. 34 for Vivid. Nah, they were slaying out. Man, that was a slobber knocker. That was a bloodbath kills-wise. Look how tight it was in the score. Magnificent start though, Chance. All things considered, I would say that we're in for a very long and very close series. Give or take, maybe the control, which who knows at this point. But going in a search and destroy in just a moment, that's going to stop the bleeding for the control, for the hard points now. There for Toronto. We're going to the social soundboard now, powered by Astro and Fire 40, man. You're telling us, like, non-stop. Super Week has been non-stop. These matches are insane with 4 E's. Let's go for a quick break, friends. I need a change t-shirt or something because I am sweating through my clothes right now. This is an insane series, an insane day of Call of Duty. And whether it's the lights, game fuel, or just my general body temperature, things are starting to heat up here in the COD League. When we come back, it's going to be search and destroy. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League. A very, very quick break indeed. We're still going through Toronto Ultra versus the Los Angeles Guerrillas. Plenty of purple on your screen there, I can assure you. A lot of fun to be had though, as we now get into our next matchup with a quick scope. Before that, Chance, just giving a little bit of a guide into going into this series.
And honestly, this is one of the quick scopes that it just doesn't do the full story justice. Like, we just got an example, like the hardpoint record for Guerrillas. Maybe it's not great, but you see how close they've been. All of their matches when they're losing, it's within 30, 40, 50 points. They're all they're so close. They're right there. They just can't quite close these games out. And a similar story as well for these guys in Search and Destroy. So Toronto might be one of the better S&D teams in the game. Their record looking very clean. By no means do I think they have a very wide advantage. They need to make sure they stay on point, excuse me. Frankly, man, if they keep the guns hot the way they had on Crossroads, they might be in a good place. It was Prime Machines the whole way down, Kleenex, Cammy, and Dance putting in work. Gotta let that ride into Moscow and keep that aggression up.
Get straight into Moscow, and once again, I mean, this isn't the first Moscow we've seen today. Talking about aggression here on the map seems to be key, but quite a big map, a lot of space to work with, a little bit less space once the next match comes into play here in the competitive world, but look to see these players maybe emulating what we saw a little bit of the Ravens and, of course, Røkkr do earlier today, where, let's face it, mate, it was a lot of hand-holding, a lot of fantastic trades, and very, very smart plays. aBeZy's about to run into 3 members of Ultra, but he's the bait. The trap is set and it's sprung. And it's Assault who lands it. Oh my god, I thought he stuck his teammate for a moment there. No problem, Cammy! Oh my god, what a win that was. Vivid wins the fight at Bricks. Doesn't put up a fight whatsoever. Now it's a 1v3.
This is gross. We've seen them in spots like this. They just throw shoulders. They give nothing away. I mean, again, a very structured team, and even off the rip, we talked about it before. Just an hour ago when we saw this map, if you're rushing mid-map on defense, throw a little shoulder. Just check down that little hallway and see what's going on. aBeZy spots all threes. Nope, not dealing with that. He's got his teammate there behind him to set up for the next kill. Again, mistake-free are the Guerrillas in those advantageous situations. Nice first round for them to get on board. And frankly, remember the keys, I think, as well. First bloods for Toronto. Most important thing by far. They have a great S&D record, but I think 38% of the time they're able to get the first bloods. Well below 50%. Not a great look. They gotta find those first picks.
First picks, baby. Quick flash check. Doesn't land much. That's not a problem. Very, very deep on the defense. I say on that. 1 player on Bricks, well forward. 1 player on A-bomb. 2 in towards the B site. It's much slower on the approach now for LAG. Now in the purple. They slowly but surely check every possible corner. Again, Assault doing a very clinical job here. This is going to be potentially a 4-man pushing towards Eskies. Oh my god, it is. Here they go. Oh my god, they're holding the handrails and everything. Here we go, boys. Cellium managed to get past. Out we go. Here come the trades. Vivid finds the first. No trades to be had. Method from the brick wall. aBeZy's going to make his way forward. Can Method get anything from this premium position? No. Damage all over the place, but no kills. Vance now trying to get involved. Cammy's going to be leading up the rear as well. And that's great timing from Cammy. The kills come through. Vance is still backing him up. And that's going to be that. The trades in the end as effective as they needed to be. LAG 2-0.
And that's just completely on point with that mid-round shot calling, man. We haven't seen a thing. We don't know where anybody is. And I think what the hope for the Guerrillas is that, all right, we've shown nothing. They have to be wrapping back from A and going towards that B site. Of course, though, Toronto, well, they just stay nice and stationary. But either way, I mean, you get a 4v2 on A just for, the first 5-6 seconds. You take both those players down. Even with potentially big plays coming in from Cammy, someone who's always there for the trades. The benefit of going quickly onto the site once those gunfights kick in. And aBeZy, again, spots out the information, sees at least 2, if not 3 players all coming through mid.
Yep. That flash landed and definitely gave a lot of intel away. Silly tactical retreat. Vivid doing the same thing. I mean, we're waiting for numbers to start developing. Silly, perfect time. You have to check Bricks. Every time, there's always a kill there. Method's trying to jump peek this. Get a couple of shots in at least. Allows Vivid to make his way forward, but Kleenex cuts him down. aBeZy on the trades once again. LAG, brilliant work here. And he's still holding the bomb site. Reinforcements get cut down. Once again, the trades chance. LAG 3-0.
And the interesting thing about that brick spot too, like, yes, you do need to check it, but unless you're just gonna sit there and pre-aim it and just wait for that player to push, if you ever try to cross over, you're worried about getting shot from bushes, you're worried about getting shot from a player potentially on bomb or in white. It is not easy to cross all the way over, especially without smoke. So Cellium just taking advantage of the power position. You can afford the wide swing out when your teammates are there for the trades. And of course, we've talked about them before, but Guerrillas right now, teamwork on point. Back on the attack, the first time they had a very slow approach where eventually they cut through mid over towards A, and they might be sticking with somewhat of a mid-map presence and just giving themselves options throughout these rounds. See how they elect to play it, but either way, again, Toronto first blood's not been in their favor. This round is no different. aBeZy just going to completely stuff out that push.
Yeah, that push through mid's now been stopped. It's not completely finished though. As you can see, that one player still for Ultra number 5 is going to be Cammy. He's doing it alone now, but silly eyes on him right into the mouth of that flailing zebra. Chomp, chomp, chomp. I think they're herbivores, but not today. Here comes the aggression. Cleanix is going to meet them head on though in the street. I mean, I admire the man's, honestly, his vigor more than anything. He gave it his all, but boy, did he drop fast. And that's going to be a 4v1. Now, Methods is the guy to do it. He's done it before in this map. He's done it before in these situations. And there's the first. Will LAG fall prey to Chef Tony, same way that Paris did? I don't think so. However, the reposition is the second. Oh no. Sadly, overcooks it, and that's going to be 4-0.
Oh man, I'll tell you, they kind of tried to give that to him. There was the potential there if that shot punch connects.
Dude.
That is some wild timing from aBeZy. I don't know if he heard him and was just hoping for it, or if his job was just to check, but the shoulder peek, aBeZy just gets a little bit dicey, but hey, silly, 7-1, there for the trades. 1v4s for Chef Tony today. My God, I talk about being mistake-free. I did get nervous just for a second.
If he lands that shot punch, all of a sudden...
I mean, the other player's back street, like that, oh dear.
Bro, the stonks were rising. Vivid, aBeZy, you name it, kills go their way. Trades are there. Methods does manage to find one. I'm gonna do it. Nailed it, 5-0. They got one more to go, baby. They're killing it. LAG are killing it. Like, bro, you take over. I need a minute.
Pick them apart. Again, just completely mistake-free. Again, outside of maybe the challenge from aBeZy, but done nothing wrong. And I think, honestly, the biggest thing there is Cammy. We talked about how bricks is an issue. If you try to cross, there's 8 different places you got to be worried about getting killed from. He nearly wins the gunfight, but still just a bullet away. As soon as that player falls, again, Guerrillas, they just got to make sure they trade. And they've been trading perfectly. Toronto, it seems like this time, no one's going to push up and give away a first blood. Got a triple stack over towards A, and again for Bance, I don't think he's taking the gunfight on half-wall. He's just spot checking for information. Right now, these mid-round adjustments from Guerrillas have been on point. There you see Bance backing down from the gunfight, but that does leave mid-map open, and Bance over towards B is completely by himself.
Nice first blood. Oh, a nice one from Cleanix as well. Will it be a 6-0? Not if the boys of Ultra have got anything to say about it. 2 members now of LAG, the final surviving members, making their way towards the back side of the B-bomb site. Silly, bomb carrier will be Assault. They are checking these corners, but the defense hasn't really wavered. They're still sitting on towards A. There's only a lone player, and that's going to be Vance, and oh boy, did he catch enough information? He's on the check in the back. He's going to see one. Cleanix does manage to land a few shots, but Assault's going to get the kill. But here comes Bance. Here he comes. Benjamin Bance. He's going to be in behind you. He's going to find the kills. And Toronto Ultra trying to keep it respectable.
Finally, honestly, just got that first blood. I mean, it took so long. Like, this is a moment where Methods, talk about the angle too. Loving that headshot multiplier to kill him that quickly. But either way, first bloods have been a core issue for this team. Finally get one on the board. It does make the job that much easier. Of course, though, Guerrillas, I mean, they're up 5-1. You got to imagine they are not feeling any pressure in this moment.
Now's the time to throw some weird strats out. Like, hey, do you want to practice that weird push at A? Yeah, sure, let's do it. We got a bed to work with. Toronto battling back, tooth and nail. Silly. Vivid. Ah, That's his last one! aBeZy! LAG, baby! 6-1. I mean, that was done. That one felt done at 5-0. I mean, that last round, you could have just given it to him. That was a brutal display on Moscow from Los Angeles Guerrillas.
Alrighty then. I mean, we move on, I guess. That's about one of the faster Moscows you're going to see. Again, teams occasionally at times just want to speed run the map and get those dominant wins, but you talk about just having a good feel for it. Again, on offense, it seemed like Guerrillas were basically just feeling them out every single time. Quite a few of their defensive setups. It really seems like having Assault and aBeZy towards the middle of the map, they just get that information so quickly and play around it so well. I mean, still, even for that final kill cam, just shooting players in the back as they're trying to run away. That just looked like a different Toronto in search, in all honesty. Did not look to be the same.
No, they really did not. Quick look at the stats. This was a brutal one, in all honesty. I mean, and all things considered, like, Toronto's still picking up kills. It's not like this was a horrific blowout. It was just the fact that the trades from LAG was so on point. Like, they start the fights, they finish the fights. They just had every situation on lockdown. That is a masterclass in, like, game fuel, keys to victory. Make sure your kills are tradable. No problem. We got it. Mate, we've got an Army tactical play coming up in just a moment. It was actually going to be just a wonderful display of teamwork from round 3, because teamwork certainly gets the dream work. And LAG overflowing with it right now. Chance, are you at Army tactical play?
I'm hoping this is the round where they're all cut up through Eskies. Actually, I take that back. This is when Toronto tried to wrap towards A, and again, just Silly making the big brain play. He got 10 kills to his name on the map, and he opens up the round there. And Vivid tries to help him out, but where he falls, aBeZy's there for the trades, and you called it exactly. It is just trade after trade. Guerrillas nice and stacked up around the point, putting in work, and Silly, of course, just winning those gunfights on the head glitches. A lot of good, comfortable rounds, a lot of good shot calling in between for the mid-round adjustments, and just for the fact the Guerrillas were getting those first bloods made their job that much easier.
Super duper easy. Well, that's going to be it. We've finished the map. We're going to roll into control now. But quickly, a very, very nice commercial break. A 1-for-1. Maybe some dragons, maybe the skies one. Who knows? We'll find out after this.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Welcome back to the Call of Duty League, ladies and gentlemen. Now, a quick one before we get into the next match. Of course, we are going to be playing Control. This is Ultra versus Guerrillas. But a lot of people ask, what's it like to be a pro gamer? And we make videos about that. Not a lot of people ask, what's a day in the life of a commentator, especially in something like Super Week. We have actually made a video for that one, and it involves my daily regimen and what I do to get ready for the games. Enjoy.
Miles, thanks for joining us. So, CDL Super Week.
We're pumped. We're ready to rock and roll. I mean, this is every commentator's dream. It's bang, bang, bang the drum. It's non-stop. But without my routine, I mean, I'd be falling to pieces. I wake up every day at 4:20 a.m. Every morning starts with a shave. The league has me regularly injected in the face with an experimental growth hormone taken from the testosterone of the Alaskan muskox. It helps keep my beard looking full and luscious for every single show. After shaving, I get started on my 10-step Korean skincare routine and brush my teeth. With that out of the way, it's time to exercise. I work out intensely with my accountability buddy Røkkr. We do 2 burpees. I meditate for 2 hours to the soothing sounds of Maven raging in Warzone until my call time.
You cannot let that happen!
Then it's on to breakfast. Since the league no longer has a food sponsor, my family has decided to forego food as well. Thank you, Game Fuel, not only for feeding my family, but for the resealable lid and non-slip grip, providing me with the accuracy, alertness, and vitamins that I need to do my job. After that, I spend 3 hours rhythmically chanting, "My name is Caesar Skies Bueno," and I chose to invest in my game. After that, I dress for the show and check in.
And about how much time do you spend in hair and makeup?
No, I don't have to apply any makeup. My skin's already perfect.
Yep, we're ready.
Now, I'm finally ready for the show.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the CDL. It is Super Week. If we stitched it all together, it still wouldn't be as long as the Irishman. Very, very excited to get the Super Week underway. My name is Miles Frost. Joining me as ever is my co-worker, Thomas Chance Ian Ashworth II. That's a look in the day of the life of a commentator. I muted myself, apologies there. But yeah, Chance, that's pretty much what I do on the rig. I don't know about you, mate, but pretty normal. Just got to do what I do to get up in the morning and make sure everything's cool.
I'm just glad that we really are a duo. I don't wear pants when I cast either. I didn't realize you were going commando as well, but great stuff. I mean, honestly, dude, for you being in quarantine and getting that level of production value, that's impressive work. That really is.
I couldn't have done it without my mate Jake and all the wonderful people behind the scenes here at the CDL. But we are actually ready to get into this game now, brother. We've got control now on the very tips of our tongues between Toronto Ultra and LAG. Very, very keen to get into this one, mate. Not gonna lie, 1-1 in the series? I'm trying to think of my pick'ems now. I think I've actually got this as a 3-1, but I'm not going to tell you who because I don't want to ruin the surprise.
You picked Toronto? No, I'm not. No, there's no clearance here. Yeah. That's what you told me.
I did. I picked Toronto. I think Toronto should have this one, but man, who knows? This control could be an absolute banger. LAG looking pretty strong though, and then if it has to go to a game 5, you just have to pray for Toronto at this point.
I mean, if we're getting the pickers out there, I'm just saying, I did pick Guerrillas, game 5. That's what the feelings told me in the gut, but either way, obviously control, that 0-4 is not a pretty look. 0-1 on this map specifically. They've yet to find an actual win in this game mode, admittedly. A ton of close losses, a ton of close rounds. They're knocking on the devil's door, but so far no answer. So for Toronto, gotta make sure you take full advantage. Try to end this series early. If nothing else, for your pick'ems, Miles.
Please, for my pick'ems. Think of the pick'ems. Dude, I mean, the amount of tweets we get on a daily basis about everyone's pick'ems, and honestly, how bold and crazy some folks are about what they pick. But here we go. Salt's going to find that first plus straight on was a point as we talk about our pick'ems. It's going to be Bans trying to cap that point. Vivid on the immediate answer back. Assault, top money control, clean as you like.
Setup as well. You just got stuffed over towards B, but Ultra, they are trying to force with one through. They are right back on the attack, and well, they got the 2 and 3 kills that they needed. Amy with the 2-piece to seal the deal. You got 3 or make it maybe 2 bodies stacked up on point. Gonna go fairly quickly. And Bance looking for some spawn kills. He gets hunted down. As you can see, Toronto, they really want to defend this point.
They are swinging, desperately trying to keep this alive. Kleenex, Cammy, man, those are 2 names that we will not get bored of screaming all season long. They sweep the court clean. With that, B goes their way. Already looking towards actually, Cammy. He's well and truly ahead of the race now. Kleenex, he's going to have to make his way forward with Bance. The kills finally stop coming the way of Toronto Ultra, but here comes Kleenex from behind. Good pinch, good time. Ooh, but Vivid, perfect defense. Just breeze now, LAG. Recuperate the losses. Don't worry too much about the lives, but make sure you have map control.
Map control is honestly going to be great right now. Methods just kind of needs to turn and maybe go for some spawn kills. Vivid, though, takes him down before he can think about it. Maybe somewhat of an opportunity. Methods could have done a little bit more, but either way, Amy is still around the point. Unfortunately, though, Worried about getting shot in the back and actually assault. Maybe these ARs need to turn around because while he's hunting down the hill, he might get shot in the back. Now he doesn't know what's going on. Cammy able to pick up 3 in the feed. 1 was a team kill. The job well done. So many players stacked up around the point. Vivid can't even find one.
Oh man, he hits everyone. Finally gets the kills, making his way forward. Teammates show up in the right time, but man, he bought enough space. That was if anything, a huge help. And look how close he came to stopping the cap at A. That is tremendous. I mean, it is second, like a half second away from second tick at A complete. Teammates are now in there, draining the point, making it safer. LAG. How many more of those have you got in you though? Because 10 lives remaining to the 12 of Ultra. They've brought this right back. Methods lying in wait, trying to keep the play alive.
Yeah, lying in wait is exactly right. They just pumped the brakes to look for these kills. That was very patient stuff coming out of Toronto. And well, silly and aPeZy. You take too much time and eventually you get cut down because Guerrillas even more patient than their foe. Everyone's spawning out. They're going to be under mansion. And once you get a player in the Lambos, they know exactly what the deal is. Vivid though, I think might actually be perfect. Spots 1 on the cross, makes the read for the next. The comm's on point, and the play's doing well.
Oh my god!
Vivid though can't quite find the next.
Oh my god, he came so close. Cammy lives to fight another day. And like his position right now, Cammy's able to cause a lot of damage, able to be really annoying. I mean, he's not doing much now, but from that spot, it's great. Cellium finds one straight onto the point on the immediate defense. Just over 20 seconds remaining. Cammy gets involved. Vivid cleans him up. I think the defense should hold here. Bar any last-minute shenanigans from Toronto Ultra. LAG should take the round. There could be a final contest here from Bance. Less than 10 remaining. Got to get going. Got to kill Silly. Silly's making it really hard. Really difficult to bring Silly down. Nearly impossible, but finally they get it done. The clock will not strike in favor of Cinderella here. And it is going to be an LAG round.
An LAG round, and that is a massive one to get because you got Cleanex shooting like this. He ended the game with a nice little spree, and this is how he started it to get the B cap. Easy work for him, but you don't see stuff like that super often over towards the B point. Getting cap first is a little bit strange, and actually, I guess he kept it going. One of the longer best plays he had, and never mind. You're just going to see 10 seconds and nothing, but either way for the Guerrillas, I mean, you were put in a very tough spot early on. They dealt with it well. And I really appreciate the little chess match, the waiting game, when Toronto came off spawn and just sat still, waiting for the Guerrillas to make a mistake, but Guerrillas even more patient. Nice teamwork coming out.
Well, let's get straight into it. It's time for an Astro Gaming Listen In, Los Angeles Guerrillas.
Our side pillar, Cammy. Stay down from our side pillar. I got Cammy.
I don't know where he's launching. I don't know where he
That could be bench.
I think he's backed up. He likes to back up. Yeah. I think he's got pillars right now. I can help you.
Sorry, I'm moving.
I'm on a 5 right now. I think he's jungle. I'm gonna try to get this point cap.
It looks like they might be chalking.
They're chalking. I say we should go around here together.
Yeah, go around together. I can slide the heady and we can kill him. Last guy should hold jungle here, low key, in case there's a guy there.
I can hold jungle.
Alright, I'm gonna slide 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1 shot.
Jungle.
He's still there.
He's
gonna get help. He's gonna get help.
Still there.
I'm one up right here.
Hey,
Cammy dead.
I'm one up still.
Yeah.
There one's bed right now.
Beware the spawns.
Basketball. I'm full flash reese. I'm
cut. Bed.
He's gonna be our bed for sure.
Top bed challenging me.
Top bed Cleanex. I couldn't kill him. I think it's 2 bed. I'm pretty sure it's 2 bed, guys.
Cleanex weak. Absolute.
2 bed and 2 on spawn. Play kills.
I think they're probably doubling the HUD.
They're holding their spawn or basketball.
I'm in money.
I'm gonna jump challenge. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. On the HUD. They're all our side, I'm pretty sure. No, he's in the HUD late. Twice.
I didn't hit him.
He sucked me. He's dead.
Just spawning launches.
I'm getting
again.
I'm just stopping time and looking top bed. Got him top bed.
I don't see Zinni. I think he's only.
Bottom bed and Tiki.
Zinni might have mid.
Bottom bed, Ben. It's all me, bed.
Bottom bed.
Chance, if one thing is for sure, we know that the Guerrillas can count to 3.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're also living in the future with the calls too, but all that was to get these players in good positions. That's exactly where Vivid is right now. Cleanex eventually huts him down, but still, all of that plays. It took 45 seconds to get the setup to the actual point, but now they're here. aPeZy looking for the kills in guarded and in money, able to find one. His teammates winning the gunfights from inside the hill. And frankly, first tick already come through. aPeZy able to get the next, and that is a clean 4 down. Now for Toronto, they're going to have to sprint to the hill, and time is not on their side.
Gotta get going. B tick finished. The final one remains. It's hard to tell how close they are, but it's incredibly close. It's nearly done. The kills come through. Oh my god. Bance. Benjamin, middle name Bance, wins it at the absolute last second. And with that, we all go back to square one just for a moment. Now you have to retake the B point. You have to find the kills. LAG, it's not over yet. 50 seconds to work with.
Sometimes you have the 3, 2, 1 go. Sometimes you have the we gotta go now, waste no times. Oh dear, we're not gonna get it. Oh my god, we got it. But now you got the Guerrillas, 2 players going all the way around back. They even have kitchen control. The player tries to go through garden. He gets cut down. But Assault is in the back with Vivid. They need to wait for their teammates to potentially come through mid before they make the play. You get one opportunity to make this happen. And aBeZy, he gets cut down along the way.
Still trying to make it work from behind. Unfortunate team kill, but I don't think anything that's going to slow him down too much. Hopefully they can still make this work out. Cammy's going to spawn in right behind Assault. He knows that, making his way forward. Silly though. Oh my god, Cammy. Massive wins, massive individual wins there from the kills from Toronto with the final 10 seconds ticking away quickly. This should be it. It came so unbearably close. LAG to capture that B point, and Bance nailed it. Quite literally by half a second.
And I mean, Guerrillas, that is like a textbook look at what you try to do to actually set up to get towards the hill, right? It's that first 3, 2, 1 countdown just to clear out jungle, get the guy off that head glitch in the back. Then it's the 3, 2, 1 to clear out basketball. You do all that work. And then it's Toronto, just the, oh dear, oh god, we got to get there now. Just fly at him strat. Oh, no. And it comes down to what? Bance picking up 2 inside the hill just to make sure that you stop the push coming through. So dealing with the chaos, Toronto on point. Of course, though, all of this just for a tied game, and now back on the attack, Toronto. All 4 players towards A, but potentially a fast flank coming in. aBeZy has options.
That's the Thanos meme there, all this for a tied game. So, Tags, pressure now, on towards A. Vance is going to get pinched now. Actually gets cleaned up. So with the numbers there, I mean, they don't actually drain A. They just got the immediate wave over towards B. The oscillation now from point to point on the defense. Very, very solid from LAG. They're looking good. Looking very, very controlled here. Cleanix on the slide. The bait goes through. He's very difficult to shoot. Vivid. Whew. Like playing whack-a-mole over here. Finally gets the kill. aBeZy, right place, right time on the flank. Silly's going to help out. Beautiful pinch. LAG, once again, proving to be very formidable on the defense.
I mean, this is straight up perfection right now from the Guerrillas. Maybe that gunfight doesn't go their way, but they defend the A point, they wrap over, defend B, and they just have the control of the map completely locked down. Assault can watch A from this position effectively by himself. This is an incredibly difficult head glitch to get the players off of. Maybe he jumps top ring, but Toronto, I mean, they are stuck in between a rock and a hard place. aBeZy on the flank. There's 1, there's 2. Run it up for him. There's 3 before he gets cut down. Perfection still on defense from the Guerrillas.
I mean, which one's aBeZy, the hard place or the rock? Man, he played that perfectly. Silly comes through as well. Once again, Guerrillas defense, it is magnificent. Vivid doing what he can here over towards B. There has been an opportunity now to get on point for Ultra, and they're trying to make the most of it. Silly dies on the stairs. Oh my god, we could see something here. Oh my god, he gets all 3! Can he get the 4th? Cleanix, just stay safe. Stay hidden. No, Cleanix! No! It's Assault with all 4. It's 5 in a row, and it's a disgusting defensive round for LAG.
Every single play calibrated on point. Their communication, again, has to be on fire. I'm not even kidding when I say that is about as perfect as you can ask a defensive round to be. Assault gets the play of the game where, again, you see how easy the work is for him. Can't quite pull in the quad feed, but think about it right off the break. You have the 4-man send for Toronto over towards A. aBeZy and whoever else it was goes on the flank. They get arc control. You have 1 player pushing in through pillars and 1 player up towards laundry, and they time everything perfectly. No one falls. Then the immediate wrap over to B. You got 2 AR stacked on pool steps, and you just trapped them in. Completely trapped them in their spawn. Killed them on the seesaw over towards B. You do the same thing back towards A. Back and forth. The Guerrillas just slaughter them, and now on the attack, the aggression once again towards ring.
No, he's not stopped, man. I mean, when you think back to what Modern Warfare, the Royal Ravens, they had a kind of a home field advantage in Piccadilly because it was in London. Well, this one is in the Hollywood Hills. So LA can't be too surprised, can we, boys? A's gone. Forget about capturing A. It's done. It's a thing of the past. Over to B we go. No lives lost for the Guerrillas. Cheers, fans. Thanks for ruining that one, mate. Now, basically free reign to do as they please. They're going to make their way through the back. They've got an open field in mid-map. Assault. Oh my god, the streak survives. 7 kills in a row. No need for the 8th. They've got streaks to potentially break this one as well. So again, artillery to work with if they need to, or they have the single shot from the cruise missile. as an option as well. Guerrillas could potentially try to close it out here with a capture of B.
They are not in a big hurry as well either. The slide just going to completely give that away. Taking their time to hunt these players down. And Assault, well, the challenge on Cammy. He's by himself in the back, and Methods keeps spawning up in the same place. Assault knows the deal, and Methods doesn't even take the gunfight. Bad news for Assault, though. All of his teammates fall, and Cammy eventually takes him down. Toronto able to stabilize for now, and of course the bedroom control paid dividends for him early on. They have it once again, but Cammy gets hunted. Opening might just be from the front.
Yeah, that could have been the best possible thing to happen for Toronto. I mean, just get that one kill. Oh my god, Vivid though. Full-blown Aquaman finds the kill from down low. Slip slides. No, the defense holds. Cleanix is going to get it. Absolutely straight on the point. Got to maintain some kind of pressure now. Don't let LAG get set up. Dilly's already in Tiki. A nice nade, but he does dodge it and stay alive. Ans's nade's coming through. Vivid through the front. Not able to get too much. The trades are there. 1 minute remaining. Cammy holds the front line. Toronto will breathe once again. 2 spree now for Cammy. Streaks would be great, very helpful, but you know what? Just be in the right place at the right time is good enough for now. Cleanix on the trades, finds 2 before going down. Very good job. Ants on the defense. Trying to play his life, trying to finesse. 1v1 against Silly right now, Chance, and man, he is holding it together. But all this time is fantastic for Toronto.
Silly actually just bought his teammates so much time. Vivid comes in, waiting in the wings. By the way, aBeZy plays that perfectly, can only get 1 because Cam is there for the trades, but Assault gets the clearance. He's by himself now, though. He's got to wait for his teammates, but he does have money control, so potential still here. And actually, the cruise missile, he's making a commitment, but by himself in kitchen, they're going to be forced in. Silly wins the first gunfight. His teammates winning all the gunfights. This might end up working perfectly as that cruise gets that final kill through.
Oh, but Bance manages to find 1 kill. This could be the saving grace for Toronto right now. It's all on Benjamin Bance. Cut to ribbons. aBeZy finds the kill from behind, capturing B now. No lives left for Toronto. That's the biggest difference maker right now. First tick done. 3 bodies on the point. There goes the kill from Cammy. That's good work, but the second tick now complete. We're almost there. We're so close now to getting the 3-1. Vivid gets the kills. LAG capture the point, and my word, they got it done in the defensive rounds. They got it done on the offense as well. LAG looking fine in control against Toronto.
Their head is in the game as well. Even those cheeky little plays from aBeZy were like, it just happens so fast, but he is that level of awareness. Just to wait, nice and patient right outside kitchen. He knows those players are going to try to go into money, get those teammates off the hill. And like, granted, he only gets 1, but it is so many plays like that where the Guerrillas' heads are just well into the game. That is clinical work on raid control. And again, I tell you, man, none of their records for the Guerrillas reflects how good they can actually be. Gameplay and teamwork like that can go a long way. aBeZy, well, that's world champ form. He's just used to it. Loves playing with these guys, Silly and Assault right next to him.
I mean, like, Assault had so much fun in that map. Like, whether it was just like the players of Toronto lining up for him, giving these big kills, or like being able to pull streaks, like he was just right place, right time. The shots were great. Everything was working out for LAG there, and everyone's pretty chill, man. I mean, like, across the board, everyone's pretty mellow. Nothing too wild out there. Cool as cucumbers. Now, as we look at the stats, man, I mean, 26-17. It was 5,000 plus damage for both Vivid and Assault there. Toronto they couldn't keep up. Like, they just couldn't keep up in the kills department there. That was, Guerrillas on the defense was just too much for them to handle.
Well, I mean, obviously that might be a bit of a misnomer of not being able to keep up. It literally was just that 1 round where Guerrillas slaughtered them. Kindness from Guerrillas on the Astro Social soundboard just to say we had to give them 1, but I mean, again, even kills-wise, for the most part, fairly close. It was just that 1 round where Guerrillas flipped the switch on defense and just straight up bullied them out. And that's where Assault got the streaks to make that final round that much easier.
Oh, we love a bit of shade being thrown around on the TL. Now we're going to have a hard point now for our game 4. Very excited to see this series go the distance, potentially. We'll see how we go. When we come back after this break, more Call of Duty action, friends. Don't go too far. It's going to be fantastic.
Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
We are back here in the Call of Duty League. It's time to look at your maps and modes. We're going to Garrison Hardpoint now. The Guerrillas have taken this series over. 6-1 in Moscow, 3-1 on Raid. I mean, that Crossroads Hardpoint, that is a distant memory now. Will we go the distance and have to see that Raid S&D? Toronto fans want it. Toronto fans don't necessarily want to play another Surge against this squad. Fans to Cleanix, though, Chance, you said it in the break, that despite the fact that these players individually are playing incredible for Toronto, just get outplayed as a team.
I mean, even for the stats from game one, like Cammy was right there with them. It took a ton of effort in the slaying department just to keep the game that close. And frankly, if I'm thinking back to the Crossroads, there's a couple moments, even on like P2, where like Guerrillas had like the full setup, everybody there, and just went down one after the other like dominoes. And they had moments like that where Guerrillas would randomly collapse and still just an 8-point game. Like their teamwork has been on point as long as they stay mistake-free. Obviously, the Control gives a little taste of what these guys are capable of. We'll see if they put in that same level of work on the hard point. This can turn into Cammy Cleanix's sort of playground with Vance right there with them, because obviously SMGs on this map, there's a couple hills where you can really just start to wreak havoc on the map. Really start dropping bombs, but see if they can manage.
Whew. Might actually get to drop some literal bombs if we see any streaks come through, but now, to the hard point we go. Vivid's managed to make his way through. Methods with a nice read on the flank. A textbook play there are these spawning that left-hand side of Garrison, but aBeZy now playing slow, down low by the vents. Ultra's going to get the early time. App with a quick contest. We call this the contest spot for a reason. aBeZy, in and out he goes. True guerrilla warfare if we've ever seen it. Keeps the streak alive. Baits out Bance on the push. You do have to worry about that top control that we do see Toronto have currently. Silly, he's in on behind it. Looking towards that next hard point already.
Right now, this is just a ton of time on P1. You see Guerrillas not even fighting for it. They are just stagnant, making sure that they get that setup in rotation over towards New. Good news for Vivid, he does spawn right back up in the back, so he can help cover square once he gets over towards Bricks, but the push is in. You got 3 players trying to go through Bricks. Cleanix leading the charge, doesn't even need the trades, but Methods is there anyway. First 2 kills, they block the spawns, and look at Guerrillas already spawning out. Gonna have to float through green, but they're getting killed along the way. Toronto putting in the work, and Methods, easy for him. 8-0 to start the game.
And that's Streaks, and that's Chef Tony cleaning them up. That snap on the guy at Arch is like, ooh, I got a tickle out of my pickle. aBeZy's up next. You don't want this heat. You don't want this heat from Chef Tony. He's gunning him. Zilly's next. No, wait. He's still going, baby. That's 11. That's 11 in a row. Methods. This is a disgusting beginning from Toronto. Oh, boy.
It's nuke or nothing right now for Methods, man. 11-0, you got the hill time, you got everything you want, you got the perfect break on the P2. You got as much time as you could ever want. And frankly, you got double streaks to break into this new hill. As long as the communication's good and they time out when they're dropping the cruiser artillery, Toronto's going to be good to go. Just get the setup, get right outside of vent room, and then call these bad boys in.
You're talking about dropping bombs. Here we go. A couple of bombs with, let's face it, LAG's name on it. You know where they're going to be, pushing right out of the hard point. Oh, wait a minute. No, Methods gets one with a streak. Oh my God, Vivid, if you'd given him half a second more, he'd have killed you. The run finally comes to an end. But the hard point, it does remain in the hands of Ultra. Pressure now still mounting from the back. Guerrillas, they haven't managed to really make much of a break here. Straight off the spawns, there it is. They go. Bance is going to be the last player here. Assault finds it with a hip fire. Finally, 20 seconds going to go the way of LAG.
And honestly, for Guerrillas, like, it's great that they were able to get some kills and get some of that scrap time, but Methods, isn't it? Like, you can't be mad at that, right? The cruise does buy you maybe 20, 25 seconds. You get the guys out of the hill, so you're able to retain that nice and hefty lead that you have. Of course, over towards New. Right now, Toronto still on point in the slaying department. A lot of spawn outs coming through, though, but you got number 5 on the map, Cammy, trying to deal with it. At the very least, is able to call that out towards Bance. nice and controlled on this map right now. Toronto, they're just running away with this game.
Oh my. Well, aBeZy's trying to make something work there. It's going to be immediately shut down by Cleanx from down low. He does get a bit of hardpoint time here, and we're trying to force that game 5. But don't forget, we have seen many, many teams make these very big comebacks here on Garrison. It's a difficult map, reminiscent of like Seaside from BO4. If you hit those rotations, if you hold those points down, like it's all good. Like it's very, very difficult to hit some breaks on certain hills. So let's see what we can do here if you are LAG. Like, now's the time to really start this comeback. A nice 2 there from aBeZy. Silly with the great beams there, just to rip Cleanx right out of the game and into the respawn. 20 seconds now remaining at this point. Honestly, this is a good look for LAG. This is where you really need to start picking up the slack, really getting involved in the time. Because if they lost this hardpoint chance, what? They'd be like 150 to like 40 at that point in time.
I mean, actually, it's kind of nuts, right? You get the 12-0 spree, you get double streak down after the first set of rotations. We're not even done yet. They're only down by 30. Ooh. Not too bad at all. And Guerrillas, well, Vivid's got the top green control. You got such a long way to go. The spawn out coming through, though, Assault thinks he's blocking. He has no idea there's 2 players behind him, but those 2 players, honestly, they took so long to go around. Assault might not even care. By the time you pushed up this far, you should know they're in the back.
Nice shots from Vivid. And dude, this is exactly what you talked about. You may have these great individual performances from Toronto, but they are just being outplayed as a team right now. LAG are looking very, very solid. Again, these individual plays ain't getting you nowhere when the squad is firing like this. I mean, you are fighting a 4-man unit at all times. Cammy trying to stay alive. There's 20 seconds left on this 5th hard point, and dude, I don't even know, like, is it just got to set up for the next? Vivid's already there. Vivid's in position for that one. aBeZy from top green control. Again, a premium power position here on Garrison. Vivid, immediate snaps on the players who have literally just walked back into the game. They've already been tagged up. We're looking to see LAG take the lead in the map.
And look at the setup they have, by the way. Double stack top green. They have 2 players nearby. Vivid, maybe a little bit of an over challenge. aBeZy, though, has healed up, has 2 players to deal with, able to get at least 1. But you can see how much Guerrillas care about that green control. Once that falls, it makes things tougher. The middle of the map is open. Cleanx, at least, trying to keep the Guerrillas outside of this hill. Methods in that contest spot, but I think, well, Vivid through the vents. Guerrillas love using that little line of sight, just keeping things messy on P1.
Like Messi. And Methods now get involved. Currently tied with TJ for the longest streak as an individual player. Trophies are going to slow that play down. Wow, the shot punch from Vivid, something we've seen plenty of times throughout the season already. Dealing so much damage and instant kill at close range. He's already on the move towards the next hard point. And Vivid, this is huge. He finds 1. He finds the 2nd. Vivid is on a 5 spree now, and he is starting to hand out a little bit of punishment towards the likes of Ultra. But Chef Tony, no. I am the head chef. I am still the captain. Finds that kill, slows the push down, but it still allows the Guerrillas the point.
Interesting spot. Silly's actually top green. He picks up a massive 2 kills, but still Toronto, they are spawning both directions. You hear the artillery crews, getting called in. Keeps him out of the hill for a couple moments. For Toronto, they have 1 player in the back, everyone else coming through green. Assaults up top, can't even get 1. Kills Thermoku. Toronto might be able to get this break.
Yep, here we go, up over the top. Now you're looking the wrong way, boys. Silly's gonna get the kills. Can Cleanx find it? Up over the top, Silly. Big kills, a little bit of help from aBeZy. But man, once again, LAG, they just keep finding these plays as a team. They're gonna hold the point. Next 20 seconds are theirs. Saving grace, though, for Toronto Ultras, you do have spawns for next. They've got the mid-map locked down. That 1 player, number 7, Methods, right at the very back. He's going to be able to watch those players from spawn. Pants, shots on that player in mid, has to back on up. And this is starting to get a little bit spicy already. I mean, you're seeing that this is the mentality right now that Toronto have got. Like, they know full well they're on the back foot, and they have to play for every single second here. 1 break's all it's going to take from LAG.
And this is where we get to learn what Toronto are made of. I mean, they had, what, like an 80-point lead? They were up like 102 to 30 at one point. The game is obviously turned on its head. This has happened to them so many times, but here they get the clean 4 down, potentially setting themselves up for a full 60. But this has been their problem in hardpoint. Occasionally, they just let the other team go on runs, things spiral out of control. This is where they need to stabilize and try to get that bounce back in the game. And well, they're certainly putting in some work now. Another clean 4 down, 2 perfect defensive holds on this hill. Full 60 secured. They'll be right back into this game, effectively tied up as we go into new.
Toronto start to find the second wind. Methods starting to go on the second spree. 3 already. Snapping right now, looking solid. Man we highlighted for a 1v4 earlier on in the week. Now putting up big sprees as an individual. Vivid though, and he is on a tear. Finally brought down by Cammy, still controlling that vent side of the map. Silly's going to be up next, 'cause again, knowing full well the Guerrillas will be spawning to that right-hand side of the map. Still, you have a player on the point. Not cleaned up just yet. Method's on the hunt, chasing the red dots, does manage to find it. Eventually, Cammy's going to reposition and fill his position up there by top catwalk. Still, watching vent room. This is incredibly important, but aBeZy wins that gunfight. Now that part of the map's wide open. Cleanex moves over to engage. A nice big jump shot there, going to get it. And chance, the teamwork. The teamwork from Ultra. It ain't bad. Oh, but it ain't silly. Nice two-piece.
Well, it didn't work, though. I mean, again, all that started, too. Cammy just making the smart play in vents, waiting for his teammates to push through green before he makes his move. So you talk about the bounce back. You talk about Toronto needing to stabilize. One thing started to get out of hand. They have done so. Now it's about trying to close that game out. Toronto down in the series. We're down in the game. Gonna have a bit of a lead going into new, and frankly, just the spawn kills on point. Benjamin Bance, streaks for him as well. Artillery secured, might be able to get the cruise, but maybe the streaks, maybe not even super impactful. We'll see. Cammy with the 3, though. They'll spawn in the back. This is where you kill him with the artillery.
Yeah, this is it. Maybe drop it on him right now. Cammy finds 3 in the feed as well, so Bance is still on a 7 spree. Possibly able to get a few more here. Oh boy, blinded, but let's see. His ears are certainly working. Cammy finds his killing spree go up to 5. So Toronto Ultra, we talked about individual performances. When it's on point, it's all good. You're murdering everyone on the map. There's no opportunity for anyone on aLLeY to find much. Streaks come through over towards the spawns, and here it comes. And the hit is not good. It will slow down aLLeY for now. Here comes the push. aBeZy tags up. Good teamwork, though, from Toronto. The trades were there for a brief moment, and oh no, Bans from beyond the grave. We can't call that the 8th spree in a row. 10 seconds remaining chance. Going back to the first hard point. Ultra, 25 for the win.
With that green control for now, Cammy, massive gunfight win. 25 points, as you say, and they get that dub. And well, green control, Cammy, still alive. He has been turning up on these past couple hills. Cleanex, he's got vents. They've got the setup that they want. Right now, aLLeY Guerrillas on the attack. Assault gets that first blood.
Blood on the quick contest. This has got to be big. Assault comes up. Cleanex takes care of him. Method's Cammy in the kill feed as well. Method's once again. Cleanex on point. Just 5 seconds out for the win. 5 seconds for a map 5. And just like that, you're going to hear all the Toronto fans screaming from the rafters. All things considered, though, Search and Destroy did not look that strong. Chance now they've bought themselves a true lifeline. One final chance in this series. What will they do with it?
I mean, dude, Search and Destroy, we can talk about that in a bit. How important of a map that might have been for Toronto long term, especially on Garrison. The number of leads that they have choked. They started that game out with like an 80-point advantage with Methods 12-0, fully streaked out. And then aLLeY Guerrillas went on a run. They outscored them maybe 120-10 in the next section. I was thinking that's the same claps for Toronto. If that had happened, that would have been, in my mind, just a dagger for the team if they just kept collapsing. But they got the bounce back. They proved to themselves that they can do it if there was ever any doubt. Of course, the Search and Destroy gets interesting, but I think that's just a situation where that might have been a mentally breaking moment for the team if another one like that had gone through. But job well done. The bounce back is there. Smiles on their face for good reason.
Yep, very, very good reason indeed. aLLeY, they can't feel too bad about that loss. I mean, they were fighting a team that was incredibly hot hand. They were hitting mad shots, wild sprees for a lot of those players on Toronto, and they still managed to outperform them in the hills quite a few times. That was a pretty tremendous run there. But Ultra, they close it out. And now we have ourselves a game 5. No surprises, friends. We are going to be looking at the scuff play of the game. It's going to be your boy Zinni. It's going to be Chef Tony. It's going to be Methods, the man of many names. That's actually just a regular highlight. Sorry. Scuff, we still love you. It's just a regular highlight. But yeah, it's just going to be Methods. Just going on a rampage, man.
And he's at, what, 5 now? And this is on the break for P2 as well. So we talk about the teamwork on one end. How about the teamwork? He's got all the baits coming out over towards bricks, but then he has to win 3 different one-on-ones, gets them all, and then I think picks up the 74U and continues to go on a tear. But again, as perfect as an opening break you could want, get all the points in the world on P1, and to break P2 with that much ease. Chef Tony cooking them up and just really setting the tone for this series. Fantastic work by him.
Man must own an air fryer because no one is that smug in game. Love it. Right. You know what's coming, friends. It's going to be a break. And then it is going to be the exciting conclusion. The 6th day of Super Week here. We are going back to Raid. It is going to be the final map in the series, the last match of the day before we throw it back to the lovely folks on the desk, the HQ. But honestly, just chill, get a drink, get a bowl of water, of food, get some water, anything. Grab a game fuel. You're going to need it. This is going to be one hell of a match. Don't go anywhere. Last match of the day, last map of the day. Here we go. Game 5 between Toronto Ultra and the Los Angeles Guerrillas, and we're going to Raid. And Moscow was a 6-1, so if you're a Toronto fan, you might be a little bit weak at the knees. You might have sweaty palms, who knows? Mom's poutine on your sweater or whatever, but okay, chance. Anything can happen in the game 5, baby. This is what the Moscow S&Ds look, the KDs rather look like for LAG versus Ultra, and it wasn't pretty. Let's be honest.
I mean, it was pretty if you're a LA Guerrillas fan. That was about as nice looking as it gets. But I think map 5, I'm expecting a very different set of stones to sort of play out, because we've seen Toronto on this map before, even against FaZe. Speed demons running amok, man. Cleanex on point with the first bloods, hyper aggressive towards ring. I mean, Toronto has been running some teams over on this map. And on the flip side, when I'm thinking of Speed Demons, I'm thinking of Vivid, man. He is one of the best S&D players, in my opinion, in the league. This is a map where he needs to turn up and really let his colors fly, because I assure you, the Speed on the other side will be matching.
Opportunity now for in the Group B standings, of course, for Ultra or Mutineers to tie Paris Legion. Of course, then we go to map count, see how that gets tied up, to see who falls into that 3rd seed position. But very, very interesting series. Again, this is an important one for both teams. This really determines who you're going to be facing coming up in the major next week. For Ultra, I mean, it's hands up, hands on heads, hands on pads, ready to get into this game. LAG still looking very calm. They're pretty chill, mate, and we're almost ready to get into this one. Chance, do you have any bold calls in this one, bold predictions?
Well, just for the housekeeping, just a little bit. If Guerrillas win this series and they end up in a tie with Paris, it depends on the series tomorrow of how it goes. But if it ends up with those two teams with the tied records, Guerrillas win that head-to-head and they end up in the top 3. I think for Toronto, they needed like 87 different things to happen. I think it is incredibly unlikely, even if they get the win. So they're playing long-term, and Guerrillas, well, they're playing for next week for that seeding. An incredibly important match for them. And just trying to think about it in my mind, I really think it comes down to somewhat of a Vivid versus Cleanex sort of battle. Again, just two of the most aggressive players that we are going to have. Whoever starts coming out on top of these big plays, first blood kings, whatever it's going to be, that's the team in my mind that gets the advantage.
Oh, let's see how we go. This is it. Off we go. Once more onto the breach for both of these teams. And Cellium, Zebra's up. Moves the stomping, makes his way across map nice and quick. Vivid's going to play this one slow, but he will make a lot of noise. And this is an awkward, slow engagement for both teams.
It might be a situation where you see Toronto play fast enough on this map enough times with success. You look at the Moscow and be like, hey, every single round we played it nice and slow, made those adjustments, and all of their calls were on point. Maybe once again, similar to Moscow, going for that mid-map control. They are swinging this bomb over to B, and look at Laundry completely open. aBeZy can get this bomb down for free. His teammates have mid-map control. You still got Vivid floating off over towards bedroom to watch the full flank, and the bomb is down. Just like that, you get the setup and control that you want, but Cammy finds that first pick.
He does. He finds that first kill, and that makes mid-map very dangerous now for LAG. Methods trying to retake this side of the map. Assault, though, he waited by the back of that van for so long, so quietly. Krieg of Methods going to cut the ankles out from him. Degree of clearance now to work with Cellium mid-map. Oh my word! What a kill from Cellium!
Yo, give him the play of the game. Let us see it again.
Yes!
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah, poor Cammy. Yeah, I hate to see it.
Nice kill, dude. I choked. It was meant to be scary, but it was still good. Oh, nice shots, man. If he loses that kill, if Cammy wins that fight like that, the bomb becomes wide open then. That'd have been so different.
Oh.
God. Uh-oh. It's a fight. Vivid. 1, 2, 3. Sees them all. Finds one. Could honestly get a couple more out of this one. He's playing this so smart. Oh, nice nade from Cleanex. We are in on that bomb site. Cleanex with 2. Salt, he's hungry for this fight. He's like, you killed my teammates. Prepare to die. Not this time. Cellium last player left alive. 1v2 situation. Meth guns him down. Chance, sorry, bro. What a round.
Oh my God. You can dodge a wrench and dodge a ball. You can certainly dodge bullets coming out from whoever that final player was from Guerrillas. Cleanex just dancing around the opposition. Nice kills from him. I'm thinking bomb plant. He's thinking trades. The flank almost perfect from aBeZy, but Cleanex on point with the reactions. He gets the nade kill as well on Vivid, because Vivid made the perfect play over from Tiki. So Cleanex putting in some work, putting the team on his back, so to speak. And again, he's that player you got to look out for constantly. Absolute unit on the map. And well, yeah, Guerrillas back on the attack. You see the map spread. It seems like this is they're going to be happy for this to be their play style for the most part. Feel out these rounds. Let those mid-round calls come through. Frankly, a triple stack on defense for Toronto towards B. There's nothing over there. Guerrillas, they can just feel that there's no presence over towards A. They might get this bomb down straight away.
There it comes. Quick plant, PIP. Next though, oh, he got given away. They know he's there. They're going to be guns on the stairs now, no doubt about it. One player watching the back as well. Cammy's going to run into him. Methods is going to try to make his way through basketball. I mean, all you have to do for LAG is win your gunfights. That's all you need to do. The longer that Toronto take, the worse it is for him. Oh my God, it's done. Methods, 1v4 on raid. No. The answer is no. LAG with a great round.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Back when Assault, Cellium, and aBeZy won champs back in World War II, the last time we had like 4v4, right? They had a stretch throughout the Pro League where they lost like something absurd, like 13 search and destroys in a row. By the time champs came around, their S&D was like perfect. They had crazy setups. They were always on point. And the read even just, we saw in that round, like it was a triple stack for Toronto over towards B. It takes them, what, 10, 15 seconds to somehow just feel that pressure's not at A. They get the bomb down and have the perfect four-man setup over towards bedroom. Clinical work, and well, now on the attack, they've overtaken mid-map. aBeZy and Assault already potentially thinking about a massive flank. And well, Cellium, if his teammates are calling that out, he knows the pressure's going to be on him, and he's playing for time. And effectively, They've got everyone for Toronto not completely trapped in, but stuck around the site.
The problem is that you stuck in on site with Toronto is not a good thing right now. For Assault, he's trying to land that nade on Bans. Trophy says, nah. Is he going to slip the net? Oh my god, the timing. Oh my god, Cleanix, that's so unlucky. Trades. No, Silly gets it. Oh my god, the entry kills are amazing for LAG. Oh my god. It's done.
You can't ask for anything better. You literally can't ask for anything better. They have to take. It took longer for them to figure out who gets the bomb defuse for the points than it did to set up the actual break. We saw, by the way, almost the exact style of break on the control point towards A, where they literally had, I think it was at least aBeZy, I don't know if Assault was with them, but they flank around over towards Driveway, over towards Art. And just efficient work, man. The trade's completely on point. I mean, this is as good as it gets as far as search and destroy is concerned. And one of the biggest factors in moments like that, your communication has to be on point. That's the 3-2-1 goes. That's the figure out where they are. And I have to imagine if you put the comms from Guerrillas side by side with Toronto, one team is going to be very calm. The other, it's going to sound like chaos.
Yeah, I think it's that moment of he's hit, no, and you just talk over each other. It becomes total pandemonium. There's no getting around it, man. LAG with what will be a fun round to reminisce and look over. Now on offense, Cleanix should catch a head or two as they cross over towards that B-bomb site, and they will. Nice nade. Not quite enough to get the job done. Again, the pillars of the ring structure is going to save the day for now, but man, they have overwhelmed it. They're going back. Cleanix could have made the call, and you can see the defenders now lining up on the defense. Number 5 and 7, Cammy and Methods on the defense. Was it enough to just bait those players out, make them move forward? I mean, Vivid has not put his controller down. He's actually watching the flank from the very, very back. On the right-hand side of the minimap now. Big win from Silly. 10 HP left. Assault finds 2. Bance, last player left alive. And Vivid. He could do it. It's a 1v4. 1v3. 30 seconds on the bomb. Bance. It's nearly impossible. A huge round once again from the Guerrillas.
And I mean, what's the criticism? I mean, Vivid screwed up his job. He didn't watch the flank Bance got through, but it just doesn't matter, man. You just get these opening kills. They got the laundry control so fast, and whoever it was, the one-on-one from top laundry, taking out Methods in the back, that was incredibly helpful. Probably the most important kill. Obviously, the double kill after that is just nice for Assault to get, but I mean, again, just clinical work right now. Guerrillas have clearly put the time in for the search and destroy. You got to keep the ball rolling, though, because Toronto, again, once they get that ball rolling on the attack, when they're aggressive, they are on point. And already, everyone has swarmed over ring, but at the same time, deja vu all over again. We've seen this type of setup before.
Oh, bombs down. Maybe Bance getting it done real quick, and we saw Silly win the big gunfights from up top. We saw Assault pick up the 2-piece from the exact same positions in the previous round. Will the members of Toronto Ultra be able to do it again? 2-man lined up.
Wait, Silly's in the back. Silly's not moving. Everything else, all the pressure's coming from the flank. So Methods and Bance, they got the pressure on. Because once these gunfights start coming through, the swarm is going to be from ring.
They kill Silly. Now the 3 players make their way straight into the ring, and they have swarmed it incredibly fast. They're going for it. aBeZy now leading the charge. Him and Assault trying to bring the gunfights up close. Cleanix, tactical retreat, back on up. Less than 20 on the clock. It's a kill that comes through. It's good, but you got to keep these kills coming. Bance from up high finds the kill. Straight over to aBeZy. He gets the kill, and he's going to get the defuse as well. It was fast, it was furious, and there's no need for a sequel. Slaying it here. LA Guerrillas.
Oh, and give him the best play. That might be a top 5 play of the weekend. We'll get to see it from his point of view, but Cammy made the play mid-map. You see aBeZy gets out of dodge, he doesn't even get it. I think aBeZy just killed 3 and got the bomb defuse. Why in God's name does Vance get the best play? Vance could try. What the hell was that? I'm not even kidding. aBeZy just went crazy to make that happen. They had no right to win the round. App had to pick up, I'm pretty sure it was 3.
Yeah, 3 in a row.
Had to get the kill mid-map, had to turn on Bance. That is straight reaction time. And all 3 of those kills came within a span of what? Maybe 4 seconds with less than 20 on the clock. Talk about the big play coming through.
Onked on. 5-1. Match point. Trades. Cammy gonna win it out. 5-1. Cammy with amazing tags on Silly as well, but not enough to get the kill. That's going to be Silly, last player left alive. Ooh, wins it. A technical 1v3 for Silly. And this is for the map. Methods has got to keep his team in this one, but Silly may have outmaneuvered him. Oh my god. Methods doesn't check it! Guerrillas are handed the victory in the end. Nothing could go right for Ultra. And it has been an absolute slaughter on Raid. Oh my word.
I mean, that is absolutely body slamming the opposition. Silly, he went 10-4, I think it might have been on the Moscow. It was 10-2 there on Raid for the round 5. They did not play very many rounds of Search and Destroy at all. Silly, I mean, just casually feasting on him in Search. That is just clinical teamwork as good as it gets. And I tell you, man, that is just shades from back in the day of that old Evil Geniuses roster. That is some fantastic looking Search and Destroy.
That's it in a nutshell. Damn fine Search. 6-1, 6-1, or 6-2, 6-1. Like, that's dominant. That's truly, truly dominant. And this is the earliest we saw of LAG here in the 2021 season. We were loving what they were doing there on Raid Control. The same thing, even when everyone else is catching up, they still seem to be one step ahead of most teams. They're still having a really strong way with their opponents. Playing them like fiddles, and here are your stats.
That's so great. I'm telling you though, I'm still salty about that best play, dude. aBeZy got completely robbed. I will happily just throw that out of the universe. I'm telling you, that round, I mean, that's just got to be a backbreaker for Toronto. Like, you're getting swarmed and overtaken every single round. You finally get the bomb down, you start getting those kills, and app just all of a sudden just destroys your entire team. I mean, nothing but positive things to say. Great things the whole way around. Ultra collapse according to Karma, and I am not going to argue with the GOAT. He says it, he is correct. Ultra collapse. I mean, they get the bomb plant down for free in 2 different rounds on the site, and just all the time in the world to work with. And both times in 2 different styles, completely get swarmed on. That is just tough scenes. This is a team for Ultra. I mean, they've looked fantastic over the past week. Fantastic has resulted in a 1-4 overall record. You truly hate to see it.
Yeah, that stings for Ultra, truly. It stings a lot. You can see it on the faces, or lack thereof faces of these players. Man, that hurts. We've come so close now, twice in 2 series. Ultra collapse, that of course was our social soundboard powered by Astro. Hi Karma, hope you're doing good, mate. Hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying retirement. But yeah, man, what a series. What a crazy, crazy day of games. Like, I've sweat the makeup off my face. I think I've got a bit of a stain on my shirt.
You don't wear makeup, man. Your skin is perfect.
Thank you very much for noticing. Thank you, Chance. That was bait. Absolutely nailed you there. Absolutely nailed you. aBeZy is going to be our scuff player of the game because let's face it, he's the king. It was fantastic to watch him play in this last one. That 3-piece, I mean, we never saw it, but you have to take our word for it. It was quite literally game-changing, unreal stuff. Keep an eye on him in the PIP, or not even the PIP, but like, just keep an eye out for aBeZy throughout this play. Crazy, crazy stuff. Oh, sorry, this wasn't even the, yeah, actually it was. I take it back. Crazy stuff.
This is it, yeah, again, less than 20 seconds on the clock. Like, it is what, a 2 versus 3 or 3 versus 3, 18 seconds left. The first kill comes through and like, they're getting blooded. aBeZy, it looks like he gets the first. He turns on the god mid-map, and actually Assault got the first. So he only got 2. I overhyped it quite a bit because everyone has the letter A in their name apparently for this team. But either way, you got Cammy coming through mid and aBeZy with the trade. So my overhyping maybe a little bit too much, but overall, you certainly have to give credit where credit is due. Guerrillas played completely on point for the searches. Their control looked fantastic. And for Toronto, we were thinking maybe for the Garrison hardpoint where they clutched up, like that's the one that proves you can do it. And then the complete mental collapse on map 5, that is something that is going to be seared into their memory. Potential long-term impacts for Toronto. Again, man, they're so close to all of these wins, and yet so far.
All right, well, LAG, that's it. Your stage 1 is complete. The road to the major. You are now knocking on the door. March 3rd. It's going to be a very, very exciting tournament without a shadow of a doubt. Yeah, for LAG, I mean, these have been incredibly tight series. The 3-1s don't look great, but man, those maps, they were as close as they could come. For Ultra, that's the end of the road as well. 1-4 overall, and that is true heartbreak. Those last 2 series, a very, very different outcome if they go 3-2 overall. But hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And that is it for Toronto Ultra. They'll be going into the major with their seed now set. So will LAG, and it definitely stings for those players. The major, Charles, is coming up so fast next Wednesday. Set your clocks. It's basically another Super Week, right? It surely is. March 3 to 7th, we're going to be coming live at 3 p.m. Eastern, that's 12 p.m. Pacific. I'm sorry, British friends, got no idea what that is for you. And for you Australians, good luck, mate. I can't count that high. But either way, we'll get those games to you. All of that coming at you live here on YouTube Gaming. There's, of course, COD League, COD League's YouTube channel. So it's youtube.com/COD League. Totally choked that, but that's right. You're on the website right now. You know where we're going. Right, we're done, Chance. It's now time to throw over to Lando, who will be talking to aBeZy after their fantastic victory there, that 3-2 win over Toronto Ultra. We hope you've enjoyed the show, friends. We've had a blast, mate. I'll see you, Chance, tomorrow. Tomorrow. We're working tomorrow, not at the major. See you tomorrow. We'll see you after this break.
This is your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Lando, joined alongside by aBeZy of LAG. What app? Congrats to you and the team on the win. And I gotta say, man, based on the maps, not the way that I saw this one going. You guys dropped the Crossroads hardpoint to start. You dominate the S&Ds. You also get the control win. I feel like in the mode that you guys won, it was really all about the teamwork. I mean, talk to me. What's it like when this team is in sync?
I think that's definitely one of our best traits, like using a lot of teamwork and working with each other. But in the hard point, you can tell like when it's a little off or the teamwork's a little inconsistent. Like we definitely can lose the map and can play poorly. But I mean, that's something we try to preach every day and try to like play off each other when we can. And it's just like it's a must, like when you can every time.
Right, I know with matches kind of being over and kind of on topic with that teamwork side of things, it's kind of about revisiting what went wrong, kind of going over what went right, and clearly Search and Destroy is looking excellent right now, at least based off of this series. I think what even the Guerrillas Twitter account was saying, like, we got to at least give the Ultra one. Should we expect the Search and Destroy dominance to continue from you guys?
If we're playing Search like that, like using a lot of teamwork, adapting mid-round, I think our Search will be definitely one of our best modes for sure. And we're just going to keep trying to improve on it and keep trying to get better. So you can definitely see that.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was great to see. Obviously, you had a great performance really throughout this series. What a 1.89 in the Search and Destroy yourself, a 1.29 in the Control. Really just all around a great team victory. And also, when we talked about seeding, which is what all of this is about, you guys go from number 6 in the group now to number 3 here in Group B. Obviously, we're still waiting to see, obviously, on how the remaining matches still go. Yeah. But what has this kind of resurgence done for the team's vibe?
We're just being hopeful, you know, that stuff go our way. But at the end of the day, like, you can see where our flaws are. You can see that we still need to work on certain things, and our teamwork needs to be more consistent. So, like, just thinking, if you know, future-wise, like, we just got to keep getting better, got to keep improving, keep fixing those mistakes, and just be a better team overall if we want to compete with the best.
I gotta say, as we just continue to look through these Guerrillas tweets, absolutely phenomenal stuff. Guerrillas, without a doubt, worth the follow on Twitter if you guys obviously get the chance to. Wonderful stuff coming through from our franchises. Always having a great time going back and forth at each other. But again, congrats to you and the team on the victory. I know you'll be watching pretty closely in regards to that series between Florida and OpTic tomorrow. But again, that was our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, folks, matches concluded for the day, but the overall day is yet to be finished. To close out the day, we actually have Miles and Nameless recapping day number 6 and previewing the finale of Super Week. Make sure to stay with us as more COD Talk is on the way.
Silly hold the line. What a start. Assault. Wow. 1, 2. Woo-hoo-hoo. Give it to him. No! Non-stop, dude. They've got nowhere to run. Now the victory lap. Oh, no, no, no.
They say credit belongs to the man in the arena who spends himself in a worthy cause. The glory is reserved for the few who, no matter what, answer the call to enter the arena. It echoes out, reverberating across the globe. It only acts to reach the bold, never the timid. The call delivers victory to the deserving and rewards the devoted. For when your time comes, there is only one option. Enter the arena. Fight for the call.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a day it has been. Welcome back to the Call of Duty League. Day 6 is basically finished. But before we get through it, we are going to be diving back into the headquarters brought to you by USAA. Man, what a day. Truly, what an insane day of COD. The last few days have been wild. Me and Miles and Nameless are going to be chatting you through this next segment. We're going to be looking at a little bit of a highlight of the upcoming matches tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, let's have a quick look at our schedule for the final day of Super Week. Nameless, I'm almost sad it's over, dude. I truly am.
I know, man. It's been such a good week. I mean, and then tomorrow's implications in these matches, I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. Some people are going to get their heart broken tomorrow, and some people are going to be super excited. It's just going to be a great day. And then look at that Game Fuel marquee match, man. It's going to be incredible.
Oh, Gonna be lit. This is the CDL Super Week Sunday schedule presented by the US Army. Of course, that T-Mobile 5G weekly drop. More information on that about that later. Subliners going up against Surge. That first game is gonna be fun, and that marquee match, baby. Oh, all right. So let's talk about the marquee match, right? So we've got Dallas, we've got LA. This is gonna be. This could be a finals in the major, right?
Yeah.
Who are you more confident in to take the victory based on the way everyone looks right now?
Yeah, man, I'm going to lean towards the LA Thieves. And I say this because when we saw Empire, right, they focused so much on their search and destroy that their hard point fell off a little bit, right? It just seems like they haven't been able to put it all together in a match since, early on when they looked incredible, right? They've been going through sort of a rough patch right now. And LA Thieves, they haven't had any big glaring errors in their gameplay thus far. They're undefeated. They just look very strong, man, with a lot of momentum going into this match. I think that they take it.
I like it, man. I think you're in the safe ballpark there. Right now, both these teams look so good. Like, they're very, very evenly matched, in my opinion. It's going to come down to who plays best on the day, as it seems to always do in the Call of Duty world. But again, if anything, for the last 2 days, as you open the show with, dude, like, you can't predict anything right now. It's almost impossible to call these games perfectly. Believe me, my pick'ems, they know. It's very hard. But I think Dallas may have the slightest of edges, again, just based on coming in as the current world champs. Like, they're just one of the hottest teams to beat right now. It could well be the case. But with the other match we want to be really looking at is, of course, going to be NYSL versus Surge. Florida and OpTic, like, their seeds are already pretty much locked. We're not too worried about that one. But for NYSL and Surge, dude, the loss from NYSL to Dallas, do they have the mental, like, the fortitude to bounce back and take on a team like Surge, who arguably should be a win, right? Like, how do you feel about this one?
I mean, you think about it from New York standpoint. They did lose that match, but I think they gained a lot of confidence from that game. Like, the way Clay performed throughout that series, it was amazing for him going forward. Asim, the way that he played the last few days, incredible. And the last time that New York lost a match, they bounced back twice as hard. They lost to LA Thieves, and they turned into a whole new beast and just started dominating. So it just seems like with every loss, with every match, this team improves. And despite losing that series, they could have won that 3-0. They actually should have closed it out. I mean, they were up 20 to 9 lives. They ended up losing that control. That could have been a 3-0 victory, and we're looking at this team like, okay, are they a top 3 team in the league? So I think they will bounce back. I think they will beat Surge, and they will get top 3 in their group.
Huge. They should be. They could be a top team. Like, by that, there's like one decision changes everything. But man, if NYSL, like, they're like Saiyans, they just get stronger after every encounter. But like, can you count out Surge right now the way the league is? You can't. You can't. You simply can't. Like, I 100% agree that NYSL should be the top team, should be the favorite going into this one. But like, nothing matters anymore. Predictions are wrong. Like, pick'ems are crazy. The way everyone's playing right now, like, it's not necessarily a coin toss, but it's just the tightest competition the league has ever seen. We love Call of Duty on this virtual desk. Right, stage 1, it's got 1 day left. And before that, we get to our major. 3rd to 7th, starting at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. During the break, I didn't do the math. I've got no idea when it starts anywhere else in the world, but it's going to be incredible, man. I mean, this is the first time we're using this season structure this year. We've got our home series that lead up into these majors. It's going to be great. And then we reset everything once again. We go back to doing those draw shows again. Again, the 1st and 2nd place, they become our 1st and 2nd season draws. And it's going to be dope, bro. I can't wait, man.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be one to remember for sure. This is going to be the best, most competitive tournament we've ever had in the history of Call of Duty. I mean, just look at this last week as an example. You should expect nothing less.
Nothing less to be expected other than sheer brilliance here in the CDL. Well, guys, we hope you've enjoyed today's show. Don't forget, we have one more day of Super Week fun coming at you tomorrow. The final day of Super Week. Maybe not the last Super Week we have. Who knows how things go these days. But on behalf of myself and Nameless, everyone behind the camera, and everyone in the cloud, we hope you had a great time. We hope you enjoyed the show. And we will see you, same time, same place tomorrow. More Super Week fun.